we're going around the table. So have you ever had like one-night stand, string of one-night stands, hooked up with whatever guys relatively early, but then you stumble upon a guy you actually like, and then you make that guy wait weeks, months, whatever, to have sex with him?
Yes, but that was just because I was trying to actually like them instead of losing feelings after sleeping with them.
So before I give my response, I usually like to get around the table first on this. So I know you were going through something. However, if a girl told me, for example, that I was interested in dating, she told...
Helicopters are cool, donated $100. I will buy the bottle just to hear the English. Tequila.
Nice. The champagne pop, the trigger for that is in the description if you're interested. It'll trigger Madison to start talking. We'll say that. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. So if I was pursuing a girl and she told me, well, 6 months ago, I was going through a period of my life and I was having one-night stands and sleeping with guys within... Let me ask you a question. What, from first meeting a guy to having sex with him, what's the quickest? Like 30 minutes? Have you had that? No, guys, don't laugh. Have you had that? I'm not attacking you for this. I'm just asking. Like, you meet a guy at a frat party, from first meeting him to having sex, what's the quickest?
I think within like the first hour.
Within an hour, right. So if a girl told me that she wanted to wait to have sex with me, multiple dates, weeks, months, but then she told me a few months prior she had sex with a guy within an hour of meeting him, it's your prerogative to hey, a week ago you had sex with a guy within 30 minutes of meeting him, a week later I'm waiting until marriage, then it's your choice. But from my perspective as a guy, I'm gonna feel like I'm getting a bad deal. Like I'm gonna feel a certain type of way about that. And I would be like, well, that's your choice. But I would feel like a sucker if I would feel like a sucker in that situation.
I mean, it depends, because if I communicate this with like a guy and I tell him like what the situation is and what the reason is, and he thinks that way, then what I'm understanding out of that is that he just wants to sleep with me in general.
No, not necessarily, but you provided a certain treatment to the other men who you had sex with. But this guy who if you want a long-term relationship with him, who you perhaps value more than those other guys, you're gonna make him wait. That makes me raise an eyebrow.
Well, I feel like it really shouldn't, because like, let's say the other guys, for instance, that I like slept with, or the one that took like an hour, that was someone that I didn't care about. So I didn't even put any like time into that relationship or any thought into it. So this should like show you how much like effort I'm putting into this.
Here's my translation of that though. I thought, this is sort of the framing of it. I thought you were a better long-term prospect, so I treated you worse than the guy I knew who was an asshole or toxic.
But I'm not treating you worse. Well, we're just not having sex.
So you're so important to me. I'm treating sex like it's sacred just for you, but not those other 30 guys who had sex with me the first night.
I'm not sleeping with you so I don't lose feelings for you the first night I see you or we hook up, because I generally see something in you that I want to continue.
100%. It's not in the guy's perspective. They're not going to see it that way, but it's not like it's benefiting him. It's more so, but it's benefiting her. She's healing her heart, and that's why she's choosing that. So maybe she shouldn't tell him that she was giving it up to these guys right away so soon.
Would you hold the same standard to a man?
What do
Yeah.
you mean?
Like, okay, we'll say you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you fuck a girl tomorrow and you don't care about her. And then, okay, I know.
I don't do that, but okay.
Well, the average man does.
Okay.
Any man
So-
that I know does. So we'll go off the average man.
Okay.
Fucks a girl tomorrow, meets a girl maybe the next week, and he's kind of talking to her, but he actually respects her and maybe wants something more with her. And so, like, does the girl now get to have the same, like, perspective on him?
Okay. So first off, men and women are different. So
Yeah.
it would surprise me, I think. It would be a bit surprising because who's typically like pushing to have sex? Who's typically pursuing sex?
Men.
It's typically men. So I mean, this sort of hypothetical scenario. So the question is, would I object to a woman
I'm more saying, like,
feeling upset if the guy didn't want to fuck her right away? First off, I'm not sure in what world that
Yeah,
ever would play
I know.
out.
I was waiting.
But
I'm
like,
saying,
no,
can't-
if a woman was upset that a new guy wanted to wait and she wanted to fuck him right away, would I object to her being like, well, why don't you fuck me sooner because you fucked all these other chicks sooner? No, she can have that preference, I guess.
okay.
I don't think most women are going to ever have that dynamic ever. Like, oh, you fucked all those other girls really quickly, but you're making me wait. In what world has that ever occurred? Like, but no, I don't object to it if a woman has that standard.
Okay, and then also because you feel like because she has like slept with people quickly and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden has decided that she wants to wait. Do you want to wait now with like future partners if there was another one? Like if this relationship ended, would you treat another relationship the same way? Would you go about sex the same way?
What do you mean?
Or do you think you would like partake in
Well,
one night stands again? Or
with
would
my
always
current
depend on the
relation-
person?
Well, with my current relationship, I didn't wait.
Okay, but if something happened to this relationship, would you wait or would you still treat it person to person? Or do you think that phase is over in your life?
I'm not sure.